Yeah, we're down here at the Y Theatre and we are joined by tonight's headliner, Gary Delaney.
Hello.
How are you?
Am I talking to you or into a camera, or how do you want it?
You can talk wherever you like.
All right, well,
So
I'll
we'll
talk
make-
to
we'll
you.
make
I'll
it
do
a
it
bit more
properly then,
personal.
old school. All right.
How are you feeling today, Gary? You
good.
okay?
Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to this one. So.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think it's going to go? Are you nervous or?
I'm not nervous yet, but I will be in about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I've got because we're just starting the second half now. Tony's just going on doing a bit of warm-uppy stuff, compare-y stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy in the middle who I don't know, but I've just seen him go on, and I saw him get out a guitar. And you never want to be following somebody who's got a guitar ever. So by the time he smashes it with a guitar and gets a huge round of applause, then I'll be absolutely shitting my pants.
Unless he literally smashes the guitar, then that's kind of
Yeah, that would be great. If he does a Keith Moon with it, then smashing.
Yeah, so you're on tour at the moment with the Purist. Is that part of your set tonight, or is it something completely different?
No, I'm a one-liner comic. They're just different sized bags of one-liners, basically. But what am I doing tonight? About half an hour, and pretty much most of those jokes are going to be jokes that are in the show. In the tour show, I hope there's not a huge amount of people here who saw me do an hour on Thursday, because they'll be sitting going, yeah, I've seen a load of these, mate. So the tour show, you get a chance to expand a bit more, so you can do some stuff that is a bit subtler than you'd normally do in clubs, or a bit ruder or whatever. And also, if it's a tour show, I'd bring along a computer and a screen, and I'd have some visual bits, and I dick about with that.
Yeah.
So, and whereas a club show is more stripped down, but there's a big overlap between the two. Yeah.
Do you find it quite easy, to adapt your tour shows, because it's only one-liners? Do you think it's quite easy to trim stuff around and change it to fit different time slots and venues?
Basically, yeah. It's not. I don't think it's as difficult for a one-liner comic as other comics are, because there's no particular narrative or anything. It's not about anything, all right? So it's just a case of how far do I need to fill up the jug? Do I need to go 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour?
Yeah, so you can literally just pick and mix, essentially.
Yeah, and you basically always put the best stuff in. So so if you're doing 20 minutes, you can write how many of the best jokes can I pack into 20?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, as well as like I said, because you're a one-liner comic, when you're writing new shows, do you ever take stuff from the old shows and just mix it together and just keep making it better and better? Is it all
what I did? I mean, this show is Purist. I mean, the title doesn't really mean anything. It is my 2010 Edinburgh show. And I didn't tour it then because I hadn't been on telly, so nobody would have come, right? So a couple of years later, when I started doing a little bit of telly, I dusted it off and started touring it, which was last year. And then I updated it. I went through and I cut out. Whenever you go back to something you've done, there's always stuff you're not happy with. So I had a sort of 60-minute show. I went through and there was 15 minutes I didn't like anymore. So I binned those and replaced them with new stuff. And I was very happy with that last year. Now this year, I've done the same again. In the meanwhile, I did another show in Edinburgh, which I'm supposed to be holding back to tour in 2015 or whatever, but actually, by the time I'd looked again at last year's show, you're never happy with it, so I started doing it the same again and going, right, I'm getting rid of that bit.
So it's always a case of
I pretty much always chuck everything I've got at it, which is great in terms of the show tonight or the show any night. So you go, right, I don't want to hold anything back. If I've got it, I think it's good, I'm going to put it in. But then I get panicky when we go, right, that means now I've got to write a load of new jokes for next year's tour, because all the stuff that I was holding back is not new anymore. I've burnt it and used it.
Do you find the audiences keep coming back as well?
I'm only on like the second leg of the first tour, so I'm not going back yet to places I've hit before. I'm certainly hoping that when I return to the places I've already done, that a lot of people come back to see a new show.
Yeah.
Because if they don't come back, then I haven't done a very good job.
I guess
But we'll find out that moment of truth awaits.
Yeah, I guess it kind of puts pressure on you to make the new show as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and when on to, particularly with audiences, if they ever try and heckle you, because it's one liner and they can't interrupt the flow because it's one line after another, do you find it quite easy to sort of just cut someone down?
It's relative, yeah, because you don't have, you're not mid-story. Yeah, you can just break off and slam somebody. The constraint on that is, I always try and avoid slamming somebody in a small room, right? If you're doing a big jonglers, if there's 400 people in and they're all drunk and they're all stags and hens, that's when you're most likely to get heckles, but also that's when it's easiest to deal with. Because if there's a table of dicks over there and I slam them or slam somebody from there, and let's say that table decide they don't like me anymore, doesn't matter, you're playing a numbers game, you can ignore them. You can't do that when there's 100 people.
See, I just
so here tonight, what's the capacity in there? 150, something like that.
Yeah,
I would be very reluctant to use a harsh put down on somebody if they were being a real dick in that room, because it sours the atmosphere in a small room in a way it doesn't in a big room.
See, I'd just be scared they can come up and punch me. if it was in a small...
That does happen. I mean, it's never happened to me, but I've known comics it's happened to. But I think in terms of comics getting assaulted, I've known as many really innocuous, quite gentle comics get assaulted as quite aggressive comics. So I think it's not so much necessarily a response to what you've said on stage as just you happen to draw the short straw and be on stage the night there was somebody mental in the crowd. So I don't really think you should plan on the basis of trying to avoid it, quite frankly. Yeah. But yes, I mean, there are. If you're in a big venue and you're on stage and there's security and you're on a heightened stage behind a gate, that's great in terms of safety.
Run away
but my tour venues aren't that big. My tour venues are places like this. They're all a lot littler.
Yeah. So I mean, what does the rest of 2014 hold for you then?
So writing a new tour show for next year, as I've cannibalised the last one.
We'll definitely get that bit in for the plug.
Yeah, absolutely. So all I'm saying is, hey, it's all the best stuff. Not that I'm just sloppy and admin and can't remember which bits were put aside for which purposes. So they're writing a new one for that. I've always done, last year, lots and lots of writing for telly and panel shows and bits and bobs, and I'm trying to do less of that. I'm trying to do more writing for myself. Because I think
that's good.
So I don't kind of really need to do that so much now. So there's going to be much less of that hopefully in my future.
Now that the paychecks have come through.
Yeah, basically, yes. Basically, yeah.
I was joking.
Broadly, I mean that's why you write for other people and for telly. It's just because it's well paid. So when you've got more, things like tours and stuff, you go, I don't need to go and do that so much anymore. That's basically what that is. So writing more for myself. I should hopefully have some more bits and bobs of telly. I was talking to my agent about a stand-up telly thing today. So we haven't signed contracts yet, so I can't say what it is. But that should be nice, and hopefully another one in the autumn if that one goes well, because it'd be for the same people. And Mock the Week should be back this summer. And hopefully I'm not out on my arse with them. So they used me 4 times last season, so I'd hope they'd still have me on.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So and then we'll see. So but it'd be nice to do some stand-up things on telly rather than just panels. Yeah. Because it's more fun to do stand-up. But then again, you need to write new jokes for it. So.
Well, I mean, all the best luck with that, and I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with tonight's show, of course.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. They're quite a nice crowd here, so I'm trying to make it tonight. As I say, my battle plan now, this may change completely when I get up on stage, is to be a bit less cock joke, dick. All right, so and slightly more cerebral. If I remember right, they're a bit arty here, so there might be a few more jokes about maths and a few less about fannies. Well, let's see what happens.
Everyone loves a good old cock gag, though.
Well, indeed. So, who knows? So, yeah.
Well, Gareth, thank you very much. Cheers.
And watch me utterly fail to live up to that and go out there and panic and go, right, I'm dumping all the clever stuff, dick for half an hour.
I'm looking forward to it. Right.
Sorry about that gesture. I realise that must look revolting. If you did that as a GIF, just a middle-aged balding man going dick, that's horrible. Especially if I look you in the eye, dick.
I just want to say this interview stopped a long time ago.